Thought this would be a good time to demonstrate how to cheaply and effectively keep your MIG welder full of welding wire. What I've got is a bunch of what was essentially scrap MIG welding wire. It's still good wire. I got to buy a bunch of these rolls at scrap, roughly 5 cents a pound. So there's probably 5 pounds of wire on there. Cost me 25 cents. If I went out and bought this 2-pound roll of wire, it would be like $8. So clear cost savings there. You can also buy these for roughly $60 for a 44-pound roll. I'm sure there's better prices. Still works out a lot cheaper than buying these 2-pound rolls if you have the time to re-roll these. So here's the basic instruments that I've been using. This is going to be upgraded to a automated setup. But piece of exhaust pipe, little hand crank that I made. You can also use a drill, old wire roll, and some 035 wire stock. We've got a bolt with the same outside diameter as the inside diameter of the spool going into the MIG welder. And I'll take my spool, drop that on there. My little hand crank, it's got a catch pin. Spin it in like that. I've got this relieved for a nut to thread on. The nut I've also dimpled so that it cannot over tighten. And that gives me a little hand crank set up there. Next step is take my roll of wire and a piece of exhaust pipe to support the spool. I'll just wedge it between my ankles, which allows this to spin freely. Then I can run the initial strand of wire up to the hand crank and crank away. Man, I put a little bit of oil on that thing, that went a lot easier. I mean, you still don't have as consistent of a roll as if you went out and bought something from the store, but like I said, if you can buy this as scrap from somewhere that doesn't want to fool around with it, and a scrap price versus even buying a roll that was only, 60 bucks, that still cuts you down to $60 for 44 pounds. That's less than $2 a pound. Anyhow, this is what I do at the shop for the most part to keep my welding wire extremely cheap. You can also accelerate this process a lot by right here, instead of making this a hand crank, if I came out on the other side with another shaft and then I teed them together and put a spindle on the end, I could chuck the drill up and then just use the drill to spin this and still have an opening for the retainer to sit on there. That might be the next modification to this thing. That's probably enough. Got a little hole in the side there. It's a little bit tricky right there because you can't let go of either one of the wires. Your spool will come unrolled. The spool you're feeding from will come unrolled. And best of all, instead of $8 on a trip to the store, this roll of wire cost me literally 10 cents and some time. Y'all take it easy, like, subscribe, and we'll see you back for more.